you don't know where to begin, better ask Win.
Shane, good to see you. Today's video, by popular demand, people want to know more about Roth accounts. So we were talking about the 6 things you may not know about the Roth IRA. Roth accounts, they're popular now because they're one of the best ways to create tax-free money and generational wealth. So point number 1, this might be the point that most people are familiar with. Roth IRA contributions are not tax deductible, but grow tax-free.
That's right. That's actually the whole beauty of the Roth right there in and of itself. If we think that taxes in the future are going to be much higher, then it does make sense to just pay the tax now and put the money into a tax-free bucket forever on. And having that tax-free dollar available to you later in life is such a powerful thing to take advantage of.
Right. And your beneficiaries don't have to pay taxes on it either.
Exactly. So yeah, oftentimes you leave this money behind or you spend it for yourself even in retirement, and it drives up tax on things like Social Security. Now, I'm talking about IRA money before you convert it or make it Roth. Drives up tax on Social Security, regular income, capital gains, all of these things. And then you leave it to the kids and it's still taxable to them. Roth money does not work that way. It's always tax-free to you or who you leave it to. And that's such a big deal.
Mm-hmm. You can withdraw your Roth IRA contributions anytime.
It's maybe a slightly lesser known thing about the Roth, but the money that you put in, you can always get back out tax-free or penalty-free because you already paid the tax on it. So the IRS doesn't really care. It's the earnings, it's the growth that have to stay put to your 59.5 inside of the Roth. But again, if you need to access the money that you put in sort of an emergency fund style, you certainly can do that without any penalties.
Mm-hmm. And Shane, also number 3 here, there's no age limit for contributions.
No, certainly not age limitations, but there are earnings limitations or restrictions. So you have to have an earned income in order to kick into a Roth. That's one thing you want to make sure that you don't ignore, because the IRS might question you there.
All right, number 4 here, there aren't any required minimum distributions, which gives you more control over your tax liability.
It does. It kind of goes back to what we were talking about just a minute ago about how when IRA money turns into RMDs at a certain age, you have a forced income from those accounts that oftentimes becomes a problem for folks because that drives up their income in retirement and drives up things like tax on Social Security. So with Roth, because of the rules of the account and because the taxes were already paid on the contributions, there are no RMDs on the account, which means there is no forced income problem, and you have full control over those dollars all the way out, as opposed to an IRA where you kind of lose control over that income at a certain point once RMDs are forced upon you.
All right, number 5 here, as we get into maybe some of the negatives, annual contribution limits, so for Roths, are fairly low.
They are. They have a restriction of $7,000 for most of us, but that's not the end of the story. There are other ways to start funneling money towards a Roth. You can utilize your employer's 401k Roth option, which may allow you to send some more money to the Roth direction, in addition to your own standalone Roth. There's also options that we can do to convert IRA money to Roth or even use backdoor Roths. That's something we help people with all the time, and something we specialize in is that tax strategy.
And I'm glad you mentioned the employer Roth 401k, because this is the kind of workaround with number 6 here, which is the income cap.
Yes, and so they do cap $236,000 for a married couple. Is above that, you start to be restricted as to what you can put into a Roth. But again, you can utilize some of these other tools to make sure that you can still funnel money towards a Roth if you want. Primarily in this case, you'd be looking at conversion, where you take a big chunk of traditional IRA money, maybe it came up from a 401k, and you can convert that all to Roth in one shot if you really want to. And the IRS is happy to let you do it, because the price of admission there to that Roth club is you have to pay the taxes on those dollars at ordinary income tax rates.
Well, Shane, I'm glad we got to talk through these basics. If somebody wants to talk more about how to strategically get money into those Roth accounts, or if they'd like to crunch numbers for a Roth conversion, what's the best way to reach you?
Best way to reach us is online or via phone. Our website is winstonandcompanies.com, or call us here at the office, 602-456-1928.
Great. Shane, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Got a plan for your retirement, 'cause you know it's just down the road. But if you don't know where to begin, better ask Win.